Mommy's live. Go ahead. Alex, you gotta be quiet, buddy. Hi, everyone. Welcome to AllBrands After Hours. Oh my goodness. It's been so many shows. My hair looks crazy. So I have been gone all week or the last few days to BEX. I am actually in a hotel room right now. We are on vacation. You want to say hi? You want to say hi?
Hi.
Say hi. This is Alexander. So we are actually in a hotel.
So,
No, goodness, no.
and by the way, like and subscribe.
Okay.
Like and subscribe.
Stop. So you're
Like and subscribe.
John William. So you're gonna hear children. Okay, they're
Why
a
is he
mess.
still laughing?
I don't know. He's a mess. But I wanted to give my final recap and thoughts on BEX, Brother BEX, the new machines. Guys, I have all the comparison charts and we're gonna go over them today. Are we gonna go over them today?
Yes.
Okay. So let's say hi to some of our friends in the comments right here. Let's see. 1 second. All right. Facebook's having an issue. So YouTube, you might be the only guys watching this because Facebook, I don't know what it is. The last few weeks, Facebook has been having an issue connecting and I don't know what it is. So it looks like everybody from YouTube is here. So I know. Sorry, Facebook, but Nettie got here and Teresa's here
Like
and
and
Doris is here.
subscribe.
Stop it, John William. Jenny's here. Linda's here. Say hi, Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
There you go. There we go. Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness. Karen's here and kids. Yeah. Maybe you don't have 4 boys. So we've got a lot to go over. How did you guys like the vlogging, or what I've been calling it vlogging, but going to BEX with me? Was that cool to actually see what BEX is and kind of how Brother gives such great education? Because I always say there's no reason not to know these machines because Brother does a great job with their education and teaching us, and it's really up to us after that point. Because it's a partnership and we gotta hold up our end too, so they did a great job. It was a fantastic BEX Brother experience and I was really, really excited. And I have a favorite machine. You're not supposed to have favorites, but I have a favorite machine. Alex, do you have a favorite machine?
And sometimes my machines are so bad, and then I build a machine in Minecraft, which is called an iron golem.
Oh, okay. A little Minecraft for you. There you go. All right. So I do have a favorite machine. And of course I will tell you, I'm sorry, I poked you. But let's see, thank you for sharing all the new machines. You are absolutely welcome, Brenda. It was so fun. So Brenda says hi to you too. All right, guys. So let's just jump right into it. Yes, I have pool hair. We've been in the pool all day. It's been a lot of fun. He has pool hair too. So let's jump into them. I have all the different assets and let's just break down. And you got sunburned. He wants y'all to know John William got sunburned. Okay. He was not happy about it. But let's jump into the first machine, which was the new Celeste. Now, I saw some confusion about the Celeste machines. Yes, there are 2 Celeste machines. There is the sewing, which is this one I'm showing you. And then there's the embroidery one, which is this one. So there is not a combo Celeste. I saw some people saying about a combo Celeste. There's not a combo Celeste. Say there is.
Why there not combo Celeste?
A great question, Alexander. We need to ask Brother that. So cute. So say there is a sewing and there is an embroidery. There is not a combined one, right, Alex?
There's not a combined one.
There's not a combined one from the mouth of babes. There you go. You're so cute. All right. We got to go through this, Alex. Let's see. All right. So this is the sewing one right here. So this is the CX1, the sewing Celeste. All right. Now, I know you guys are like me and you like things broken down and you like visuals. So I got a hold of the comparison charts. So let's compare that Celeste CX1. So remember the sewing to a BQ3100 because I feel like that's kind of its closest friend is the BQ3100. Now, that Celeste, do you see how big that what is the word? Table. I could not remember the word for table. You see how big that table is? And it comes with the machine. I did see that as another question that someone had. Previously they were like, hey, how much is that table separately? You know, do I have to buy it separately? And I'm like, no, it's in the box. Alex, say in the box.
In the box.
It's in the box. There we go. You're so cute. This is my youngest. I don't know if y'all know that. You're like, who's this random kid? This is my youngest. Oh, yes. Nettie says you're very cute. He knows it too. Let's see. All right. So let's go over these specs real quick. All right. So again, we're comparing it to the BQ3100. The LCD display screen, which is the screen, you know, you click on, that one is 10.1 inches with that Celeste CX1.
10.1?
It
That's
is.
amazing.
I know. I love this kid. All right. The BQ3100, it's still a decent size. It's a 7-inch, so it's not crazy small. Now the automatic thread button is the exact same on both machines, so it makes it easy. Separate drive for bobbin winding. It's got a built-in bobbin winder for both machines. I don't know. Now this is where we start differing. The BQ3100 is not wireless where the Celeste is. So that is something really cool. It is wireless. So if you need to do updates or anything like that, you can do them wirelessly. It's fantastic. Now that wide table, there is a wide table that also comes with that BQ3100 as well. The knee lifter comes with both. That workplace area is the same on both of them. So height, width, all of that is the same. All right. So there we go. That maximum sewing speed is the same with 1050. The built-in sewing stitches on that Celeste are 760, where it's only 729, which again, not too shabby. We'll give her that. Her maximum stitch width is the same at 7 millimeters, and the length also at 5 millimeters is the same. The dual feed and custom stitch feature is the same, but stitch tapering is on the new Celeste. However, it was not on that previous machine. Now, I saw a comment, someone say, Courtney, what would I even use stitch tapering for? I like stitch tapering. Now the project, sorry. Tell Yvonne I'll call her later. There we go. That this stitch tapering, I've used it on a few different things, but in class they had us actually using it like almost like a decorative element on this really cute little bag. We did a cactus and it was supposed to be like the planes in the different areas, which is cool. But usually what I use stitch tapering is I like to. No, we're not showing them. No, we're not going to show them your tablet. So I usually like to use it to like do a box around because you can tell it what you want the angles, what you want the start angle and the end angle to be. So I usually like to use it to box out things to give it a really fun look. And it's not, there's tons of different taperings that you can select from, but that's usually what I like to do. It is just kind of create like borders, if that makes sense. It just looks really, really nice. And again, it's fantastic because you can make it down a whole row and tell it how long you really want it to go, or you just, a smaller one, whatever you prefer. So I love using them. And let me know, should we use it in class or on the video? All right. Side feeding for both of them. The presser foot up and down. The needle position key up and down. All right. Easy needle plate removal. I'll tell you what that is. It's whenever you take a SAM driver, where it has that little metal part. And what you do is say, this is the needle plate and it's got like a little opening. You put that in there and it pops it up. That way you can switch it out to the other one that comes with the machine for like street stitch sewing and stuff like that. So that's what that is. So previous model did not have this. This one does. Now the multi-function foot controller. Oh my goodness. It was optional on that other machine, but it says optional, but yes, it was optional and you could get it, but you'd have to buy it separately and buy all the different feet. There's like 5 different feet. They give you that foot control, the chunky big one, that big one with that conveyor belt on there. And they give you 5 feet to go with it. Like, it is so cool. Me and Angela, I don't know if you watched the past video, you saw us being like, we had to buy ours separately. Like, it was like collecting them and they just gave them to you in the box, which good for people that are getting Celeste. I'm getting one, but good for me. I already have one actually, but they had the ones that we were learning on. And I was like, can I buy these? And they were like, yeah, you can take these. And I was like, I'm taking them. So we're on vacation right now for the weekend, but when I get home on Monday, anyways, but they gave them to you in the box. And I think that is super cool. Cause again, they could have made us purchase them separately, but they were like, you know what? Let's give them all. The amount of things that come in the box, like is insane. Like the couching comes in the box, that foot with all the feet, the new zipper foot, John, that new zipper foot. He's shaking his head. Yes. Also, the fact that in the comments, y'all have been so sweet to my husband and really boosting him up. He's getting a real big head. I told him a minute ago, I was like, you're going to have to jump in the video because he's sitting right there. It's like, you're going to have to say hi to your adoring fans. So he's fine. He's like, should I? And I was like, oh, no, you have to now. All right. Let's see. Okay, which one? We're almost done to the end. Sewing positioning. So the line marker was on both of them. Stitch regulator. That's on the new Celeste. Okay, so the only machine from Brother that had stitch regulator was the Avenir, you know, the top girl. And they gave it to the Celeste. And that is amazing because, again, the price points, that one's such a, you know, price points down here with the Avenir, you know. And I know I've seen people being like, well, she keeps saying the price point. I can't say the price because you have to go into your local dealer. We're not allowed to say them online or anything like that. So I wish I could. I really wish I could, but you do have to go to your local dealer. So if your local dealer is AllBrands, come in, come talk to us. So very, very cool. So that is the differences between those machines. But that stitch regulator, again, comes with 3 different feet. So it's the same feet that came with the Avenir, which again, I was expecting them. When I heard they had a stitch regulator on the machine, I was like, oh, I bet it only comes with the closed toe. I bet they only give them 1 foot. No, they gave you all 3 like the Avenir has. Like they give you the open toe, the closed toe, and the echo foot, which is really cool. And I love that they did that because, again, they could have just been like, well, we gave them a stitch regulator. Let's just give them. No, they gave you all 3. So that was cool. And the couching, which, again, they didn't have to do. I don't know. You know. All right. Let's see. All righty. Will the new zipper foot fit any of the other machines? I'm sure. I don't see why it wouldn't, but I don't believe it's available for purchase separately at this time. I believe it's just for the Celeste. So as of right now, I believe it's for the Celeste machine. So let's keep going because we have a lot to go over. All right. So that was the sewing one, which, again, I could talk about for hours and hours because, again, they didn't have that on the comparisons chart, but like that new zipper foot, that did not come with the previous machines. That is new for the Celeste machine. Oh, and then there's a little hole in it in the zipper foot. And the educator was telling me that she was showing that you could put ribbon through it and then like free motion with this ribbon. And like, we're going to do that on a show when I get back because I want to do that so bad. And she was like showing thick ribbon, small ribbon going through that. That was cool because it holds it. All right, so let's keep going. All right, the new girl, the Celeste, but this is the CX1E. So the embroidery version, because remember what Alex said, there's no combo. All right, Alex told you that a minute ago. Alex, are you playing the game? Yeah. Okay. With that, okay. All right, so the embroidery version of this machine. So no sewing on this machine. It is embroidery only. All righty. So this is a fantastic machine, and we're going to compare her to the VE2300. So Celeste embroidery version. So look, embroidery comparison chart, embroidery version of this machine. Not the sewing. That's a different one, remember? So the 2300 is the machine we're going to compare to. So the LCD display, so where you click the buttons, is a 10.1, where the previous model is a VE2300 is a 7-inch auto threader button because we love a good auto threader. Separate drive, the bobbin winder. It has a bobbin winder. She is wireless, where the other one was not. The maximum embroidery area is sitting pretty at a 9.5 by 14, where the previous was 8 by 12. Now, let's go ahead and say something right now because, you know, it's me and you guys. That is the same size as the Stellaire XE2. Oh, and the XJ2. That's the same embroidery size as a Stellaire. That is wild. That is wild. It's the same embroidery size. And they haven't said that on any comparison chart because I'm sure they didn't want to compare, you know, go through those two. But yeah, that's the same embroidery area, which is, again, crazy. All right. Stitches per minute, 1050. The built-in embroidery designs, 523, where the VE2300 is 318. Built-in embroidery lettering font is 26, where the VE2300 is 17. The maximum embroidery speed, again, 1050. Oh, I went through that one. I didn't cut off the page right. Let's see. The programmable jump stitch cutting is both of them. The automatic color sorting on both of them. My design center is not on either of them. So remember I told you it has the same embroidery area as Stellaire, but the Stellaire has my design center. And I feel like not enough people know what my design center is and how cool it is and all the things that you can do on it to really get excited about it properly. I need to start doing a my design center club or something that we do online to really like harp about like all the cool things that you can do on it. So yeah, it does not have my design center. So being completely honest here, no design center. Oh, color shuff function. That is on the new Celeste. So that is pretty fun. I like to use it when I'm not quite sure what color palette I want to do in something and I don't like the one that they gave me. Then I really like color shuffling. Let's see. All right, embroidering position, 2-point positioning with the LED pointer, where the other one you had to use the foot with pointer, which is a foot that you had to put on there that had the little laser, but now it's built in. And so what the 2-point position is say that I had, okay, say it's my shirt right here. Hello, Taylor. Say it's my shirt right here and I want to add something right here and I want it to sit perfectly on that line. Then I can tell the first line here, tell the second line here, and tell on the machine, hey, this is my first axis, this is my second axis, and then it's going to line it up perfectly, which is great, again, when you're doing pockets or if you're, because there's no projector. So I use my projector to line things up with my Avenir, but there's nothing like that on this machine. And that's okay because we can use that 2-point positioning and that gives me a basis. That way I'm not just having to use one single dot and trying to figure it out from there. Or when the machine goes, boop, boop, you know, does the little box around, it's letting me know, hey, this is the axis right here. This is from 2 points, which is fantastic. So that is in the new Celeste, which is fantastic. Backward stitch is the same. So 1, 10, 100, or 500 stitches. And couching foot is not on this one. So I know we're familiar with the couching for that Stellaire machine and for the Avenir, but the couching is not on this one. Now, we did have sewing couching on the sewing version of the Celeste, but they did not add the embroidery one. And Matrix Copy! Matrix Copy is on this new machine, and I love Matrix Copy. You guys know that it's whenever you take a design and you can have your machine automatically fill out whatever hoop that you tell it to you have and it automatically fills it out. I do a ton of patches and I love Matrix Copy because it is a quick get it done situation and it's fantastic. So love Matrix Copy. So they added Matrix Copy to the new Celeste CX1E. So very, very cool. Oh, I feel like I've been talking a lot. All right. So let me tell you about something else. Now, this is not something that technically comes with the machine. There are little bundle deals and stuff like that that Brother does at the beginning, and people can opt in or opt out. It's up to the dealer. It's up to that particular dealer. We are opting in. So AllBrands is opting, but it's up to your dealer. So I'm just showing you what it is that is between you and your local Brother dealer or AllBrands. Just come hang out with us. So for the sewing version, so that's CX1 sewing, they have collaborated to make an antique Brother sewing machine quilt kit. So the is a 40 by 30 when you're done sewing it. It is beautiful. It's really cool. I think they did a great job. They said they went through like multiple like renderings of this before they finally were like, this is the one. It's really, really cool. So fantastic. Now for the embroidery one, they collaborated with Sew Steady. So if you know Sew Steady, Westerly, their templates are fantastic. I love their extension tables. I love their inserts, but they are fantastic with some built-in embroidery designs. So this is in the hoop. Quilt in the Hoop collection, 33 unique embroidery designs. It's great. There are 132 single stitch designs and 64 triple stitch designs, which is really, really cool. So they have now collaborated with them, which I think is so neat that they've branched out. And not only are you getting awesome Brother items in the box, you're also getting some really cool things like Sew Steady's embroidery. When I saw Stacy from Sew Steady at the Brother convention, I was like, Stacy, she was like, hi. So, and then we got talked about Houston Quilt Festival because, you know, AllBrands does the Sew Steady booth. But anyways, very, very cool. I'm actually really excited that they collaborated with them. All right, let me see if I'm missing any questions before we jump into the next thing. I don't want to overload you. All right, I know a lot of people are like, I love my Still Air. Still Air is great. This was just more machines that needed to be in the lineup to fill in some gaps, in my opinion. And they didn't have any other machines that had that stitch regulator, that ISR, except the Avenir. And not everyone wants an Avenir. And that's okay. Now they're giving you additional option. Now, what I'm personally doing is I am getting the CX1. I want the E2, but for starters, I'm going to get that CX1 because I'm going to use that as my travel to a quilt retreat machine because it's got the stitch regulator in there. She comes with that big table. Also, I don't even think I have a picture of it, and I'm really sad. Y'all, the luggage, which again, depends on your dealer. AllBrands is doing it, but I don't know about everybody else. The luggage that comes with that machine, they're giving you like, okay, you know how you have like the regular luggage that the machine goes into. And then for like the embroidery unit, they have that second piece. And then it has a little Notion one. This one's really cute. It's quilted. Okay. So they do that for the embroidery. But when for sewing, they usually take out that unit that would have held the embroidery arm. They didn't do that this time because they were like, but what if they want to put the table in it? Why hasn't that been a thought before? Barbara Douthat. Oh, that's Barbara. Let's answer. Hey, you're good. I'm live right now in my room if you want to say hi. Yeah, I'm live. Yeah. Right. They can't, hold on, you want to say hi by phone?
The what?
You want to say hi? They can hear you now.
Hello.
It's Barbara. We're on a family vacation right now, guys. There's the kids. All right. Well, we're going over the comparison chart of the new machines.
I love what they just came out with.
I know. Girl, I'm getting the Celeste, the CX1, the sewing. I'm very excited. We'll talk about it later.
Sounds good.
All right. Bye, Barbara.
Bye.
Oh my goodness. All right, I'll tell. Well, we and her will talk machines later. I'm not gonna bore you with that. Is the mixture copy in the Avenir? Barbara, it is not. Oh, funny. I was talking to a Barbara. No, they do not have matrix copy in the Avenir. It is in the Celeste, the Still Air, and to the new 10 needle, but we'll go over that in a minute. So I know I will tell her y'all miss her. Oh my goodness. Let's see. They shouldn't. Angela, you know what? Alex said the same thing. So, but they didn't, and that's okay. I get it. Let's see. Oh, there. Oh, I have to tell her that. Yeah, she is a Bernina girl. I love Bernina too, but she is a Bernina girl. Alrighty, so very, very cool. But they needed that machine in the lineup. Like I said, I'm going to buy it for quilt retreats when I go because it's lighter than my Avenir. I love my Avenir, but it is lighter. It comes with that awesome extension table. It comes with the ISR. It comes with that multi-foot with all the different feet. It comes with the new zipper foot, which I feel like I'm going to use a lot because I like to put cording and stuff, But yeah, it's fantastic. So that's why I'm buying mine, is for a travel machine. But anyways, the luggage, again, they give you that embroidery arm one, but you don't have to use it. You can put the table in there. Or they were like, yeah, when they go to retreats, how nice would it be for their fabric? Why was this not a thought before? I'm like, yes, because if you were like, say you were starting a project, you hadn't finished it, but you have it, you can fold it up and put it in there nicely. And it's a padded thing that protects your projects. Like, I thought that was cool. They were like, yeah, we're going to put that. It's going to be the exact same luggage set. So with the Notion, with the one that the machine goes into and the embroidery arm one, it's going to be the same for embroidery and sewing. They get all of that luggage either way because, yeah, they could put the table in there. I don't know why. Anyways, I'm not going to harp about it, but I thought that was really, really cool. All right, let's keep going. Guys, you keep getting me excited about things. Let's move on to the new 1060 multi-needle machine. So the PR 1060 is the new multi-machine. She is a large and in charge with 10 needles. Now, I will say about this machine, it is very much geared towards a person who's starting a business that wants to do this as a business. They very much geared it with its specs and everything. Now, they didn't take anything away from the 1055 up to the 1060. So everything that was on the 1055 moved up to the 1060. So do not feel like you're getting anything taken away. It is all there still. They just added additional things. And again, I feel like they really are thinking about the person that is starting the business, that wants to make this into something, you know, large. Because, you know, you can connect multiple of them, which is really, really cool. But also the little features that they added, fantastic for someone who really is wanting to, you know, make some money off this machine. Let's go into the specs chart. All right. So we're going to compare this to the PR 680W and the Entrepreneur One, the PR1X. Now, Courtney, why is the 1055 not on there? Well, it's because when they gave me the chart, it wasn't on there, but I know it was on a 1055, so do not worry. We will be comparing it to a 1055 as well. I will do a separate video, hopefully soon. This might be that video, but we're going to compare it to. Don't worry. It might not be on the screen, but do not worry. All right. Camera resolution, which is 1.0 million. Is it millions? I don't know. Pixels, which again, there is no camera on a 6 or on 1. There was on a camera on the previous 10 needle. All righty. Camera frame rate, 180. Again, nothing on a 6 and a 1 because they don't have the camera. The live camera positioning, the image scanning, the snowman embroidery, again, is not on a 6 and a 1. Now, those items were all already on the 1055. Guys, image scanning is whenever I take that scanning mat, you know, the white scanning mat, and I put a picture. So whenever I put my son's handwriting, when it said dad, and I put it down on there and we scanned it and then did it on the hat, that was image tracing. That is so cool. I want to do a whole separate video for, especially for that 1060, because they are talking about people doing business. I want to take someone's logo and put it on there, scan it in the machine, have it do it on the machine. Because you know how many times people are like, oh, can you do my logo? Can you do so-and-so's logo? And you're like, okay, well, can you send me the design? And they're like, I don't have a design. I'm like, do you have a digitized? No. What do you have? They're like, I have a picture of it. So I want to do a video showing that, of putting it on there, scanning it in, and it works every time. It's fantastic. All right. So no camera on the other machine. So that was easy. Editing matrix copies on the new 1060. And on the previous video, I showed you it's a different icon than what we're used to. They gave it its own icon. So it's quick and easy and fast. Matrix copy. Fantastic. The LED positioning marker is on the PR1X, when it's not on the other two, because we have cameras on that 10 needle. All right. Crosshair positioning is on the 6 needle and on the PR1X, where it is not on the 1060, which again, it's okay. We have a camera. So I do redo. Echoing, quilting again on the 10 and the 6, but not on the 1. Letter editing input, second line on all of them. Letter editing combined text is on all of them. Let's go to the next one. There we go. Maximum area is an 8x14. Where on the 6 it is, and on the PR1X it is an 8x12. 8x14 is the same hoop size that was the 1055. So they did not make a larger hoop size. I'm being full transparent with you guys. Stitches, 1,000 for all around. Total built-in Brother embroidery designs, 1,280. And that is more than what was on the 1055. So they did add more built-in embroidery designs. The 6 needle, 989, and the PR1X is 495. All right, frame designs, 140 across the board right there. The utility stitch patterns, buttonhole patterns, it is more on the 1060, and it is more than what was on the 1055. And then let's see, basic fonts, 50, 50, and 33. Again, they did not add additional, so no worries there. Alrighty, decorative font patterns is at 661, and that is more than what was on the 1055. Monogram designs, 18. I believe we had 18 before. Quilt sashing function, 25, which is awesome, and that I believe is more than what was on the 1055. They did have some on there though. Alrighty, My Design Center. Now, My Design Center is not on the 6 or the PR1X, so the 6 needle or the PR1X, but it is on the 10 needle, and it is fantastic. It was on the 1055 as well. So we love My Design Center. Again, I feel like not enough people know about My Design Center and know to be super happy and excited whenever it is available on something, because it's amazing. So, all right, so My Design Center is on there. All right. Whew. I'm running out of breath here because these screens are fantastic. Still sitting pretty at 10.1, which was, again, the same as the previous one. The tutorial videos are still there. Do not worry. The auto threader, jump stitcher, pretty much everything in this area, it was on the 1055, so do not worry. The software. Now, the software is where things start getting different. Also, the security lock modes, that is something, again, that is great for the person starting a business, because if you have employees and you don't want them to be able to change a lot of things, you can lock down some stuff. So that's really great that they added that. It's not really, it was kind of on the 1055, but not as much as it was on that PR680. So they brought that 1060 up, and it's fantastic. All right, so the software, the BE Embroidery Studio software, BE1, is compatible with all of these. However, little asterisk moment. Brother, again, they do a little bundle thing, and it's up to your dealers if they are going to include that or do anything with it. But I know AllBrands, we are including that with the 1060. So again, the 1055 can use it, but they are doing those special bundles because it's brand new. So depending on your dealer, again, it's up to your local dealer. Let me, in case the dealer's watching or brother's watching, I am saying it is up to your local dealer. So I know AllBrands, we are doing it. So that new BE Embroidery Studio BE1 software. Now, guys, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, so we'll see if I get in trouble for this. It is a Wilcom software. Wilcom makes it. Can I say that? Okay, John said I could say, because I've already said it. If he had said no, I'd been like, well, I already said it. That Wilcom, I like Wilcom software because I feel like it's user friendly, and they make a lot of other manufacturer software, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say those, so I'm not going to say those, but they make a lot of other manufacturer software because they're good at it. They know their stuff. So I like a Wilcom software. So whenever brother told me it's going to be a Wilcom software, I was like, oh, okay, cool. They're making a software. And then they were like, hey, so usually you would have to pay extra for this part of the software and this part of it and this part. Like if you're on the Wilcom site, you would have to pay all these additional packages. But they threw it all in for that, for the new software. So I was like, well, that's cool. So it's got auto digitizing, export files without interrupting your workflow, Corel Draw in graphic mode, customized letters for over 228 available fonts, which that is a lot of fonts. Automatic applique, which is really cool if you want to make appliques like me, because I do a lot of appliques. Draw line fill. Oh, you can also save it. So talking about the applique, they don't say it in there, but you can save it as a cut file. So you can make cut files with this software. That's what I feel like. That's really what I'm going to be doing, is you can save it as a cut file, which is really cool, right, John? Yes. I don't know if y'all can hear him. All right. So I was really excited about that when the guy was telling us in class, because yes, we had a class on this, which I think is so cool. Like brother's giving us great resources. Draw, fill, stitch, and ease, automatic offset and borders, exclusive access to Wilcom Academy, 3 additional features included. That was what I was telling you. So you would usually have to buy these separately, which would be a high crazy price point. So hand stitch effect, re-photo stitch, photo flash, color photo stitch. So I know that you're probably like, what? It's these. That's cool. So the hand stitched effect, create an organic hand stitch effect. That's really cool. And then you can have one that looks like a reef stitch, which is really cool. They're kind of more airy in my opinion. So create photo embroidery with a single stroke and single color. Okay, so the single stroke is really cool. So looking at this picture right here, if you were to zoom in really closely, you would see that the stitch never stops. From where it starts to where it ends, it's one consecutive line, which I think is just neat. It was so cool. There's no way I could free motion that. So it's really, really cool. And then photo flash, color photo effect. It really converts an image into multiple color digitized file, turning photos into artistic stitches. So I thought that was super, super cool. And plus access to Wilcom Academy to learn, hey, how do I do this? So very cool. I love that they included all of that. It's really neat. So going back to this. No, I'm wrong. Going back to this. Oh no, that's the wrong frame, Courtney. Is it this one? Oh no, it's this one. All right. So that is the software. So it is amazing. Again, it can work with all the different machines, but it's you know, some people use it, put in a little special bundle for when the machine came out. So just so you know, the Art Spirit can be used, of course, on this machine as the 6 because they are Wi-Fi capable. The PR1X cannot. I'm sorry. USB, we're familiar with. WLAN 2 high speed and 1, I can't say that word. There we go. It's available on the USB. My Stitch monitor, of course, works on the ones that are wireless. My Stitch monitor is great because you can watch it on your phone to make sure that she is behaving even when you're away. Alrighty, did we go through this one? I think a lot of these are the same that we're used to before. Let me see if I'm seeing one that we aren't, so I can make sure to highlight that. No, I think we're pretty used to this. The only thing I really want to make sure that you're aware of is in the box, the tubular frame table, which is the one, if you watch the previous video, that we were using to do those pants legs. That comes in the box now instead of the wide table, but the wide table is still available for purchase separately. But they were like, for people that are doing a business, they are going to want that tubular. And I get it. I totally get it, because a lot of times you're special digitizing and embroidering on things. So having that, really great. And I will say at Festival, Alexis Galloway, yes, I'm going to name drop her, Alexis Galloway, National Brother Educator. That was one thing she was harping about, telling people that were buying new ones. She was like, look, you can wait on certain things. She was like, this I love. So whenever I put that, I was like, Alexis, did you tell them to do that? She was like, no, but cool. Yeah. Let's see. Is the software difficult to use? I would usually say in general, software is difficult to use if you've never done it before. But out of all of them, I feel like Wilcom is the more user-friendly one. And also they give you that Wilcom Academy to learn how to do it. So they're not just like, here's some software, good luck. Like they do give you that. So I appreciate them giving us the resources to be able to go through that or be able to learn them, because I need that. Okay. That has been on my bucket list for a long time, is to really get better at digitizing at software, because I feel like that's kind of not a gap in my knowledge. I know how to do it, but I'm not like amazingly fast at it, All right. So I'm hitting you with so much information, and I'm going to apologize, but I actually am not sorry. So, all right. Now, a question that I saw someone say, because on the previous video, I was using the new Durkee hoops, which were really cool. I love these hoops. So look at them. They're doing it on ribbon. They are so cool how they work. They create a taut. You don't have to put stabilizer in there. If it's something kind of flimsy, like maybe, but I was doing it on webbing. We didn't have to use stabilizer. Now there is a flatbed version, and there's also a multi-needle version, which is really cool. I was using the flat needle in the video, so I made sure to add a picture of the multi-needle one, because you can use it on any of them. And Durkee is fantastic. Brent, if you're watching this, I miss you, man. My kids used to call him Uncle Brent. He's the guy that does Durkee. He's good people, really good family company. Really like them. All right. So the multi-needle Durkee hoop right there is sitting pretty at a 17.5. I'm sorry, 7. I wish a 17. Wow. 7.5 by 6.25, which is fantastic. And then its counterpart for the single needle. So a flatbed machine like your Avenir, or like your I don't have an ear, but like your Stellaire, things like that. That is sitting really nice at 8 3/4 by 6 1/8. I love how particular they are. It's good stuff. And also, if you see on this towards the bottom of each of their descriptions, you will see for use with, and it will label out the different machines that it is compatible for. So if you have any of those machines and you're looking at them, you're a-okay. If you don't have one of these machines and you're like, oh, is it compatible? I cannot recommend it, because these are the ones that Durkee are like, hey, we've tried this, we've tested this, brothers, made sure as well that it will work for these machines. So that new multi-needle one will work on that new 1060, 1055, PR680, and the PR1X. Thank you. I feel like they leave her out sometimes, and I like the PR1X. She's a good little, free arm embroidery. We love her. So, and then for the flatbed, she can work on that NS1250E, the NS2850D, the NQ series, the VM series, the VE series, and that means like all on the XJ, the XE, the XP, so Luminaire, and then that EV one, which is the Avenir. So it will work on those, which is, again, it's really, really cool. I was playing with it, and I was like, this is addictive. This could get dangerous, like the amount of things that I'm making on that. So very, very cool. Now, I know, again, I'm throwing a lot of information. So if you have a question, put it in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Let's see. Sharon said, does the Durkee name frame require a different arm? No. Yep. I asked the same question. Yep. You don't have to buy a separate.
Mommy ever.
Thank you. He knows he's cute. He knows it. No, you don't. That was a question that someone else, like another dealer had asked in there, and I didn't even think to ask. And they were like, no, you're good. And I was like, Well, there we go, which is fantastic. So again, let me know if any of your questions. Hurry and let me know. Let me know. Ask your questions. So very, 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 very. You're welcome, Sharon. Very, very cool lineup. I'm very excited about it. Let's see. Is there any chatter about Brother coming out with a 24-inch scan and cut? Tracy, not that I've heard, and I'd be listening. I don't. I have opinions on that. About a 24-inch, because I feel like, when do they keep going wider and wider? Like, other brands are going wider and wider, and I've seen some of them that are like huge, and I'm like, I don't have the space for this. Like, I think I'm more into features, of like different things the machine could do. I feel like it goes wider and wider, and I'm like, what am I going to use that for? I mean, there's a few things. Yeah, it'd be great. Like, I guess bigger patterns would be nice. I don't know. I feel like if they keep trying to beat each other and going in the width, I'm gonna have a football long cutter machine that I can't put in the house. So I don't know. I haven't heard anything personally, but if I do, I'll let you know. But no, I haven't heard anything about it so far. I do know that they've heard us, and they definitely hear me every time I see them, that they're like, okay, you want new scan and cut? And I'm like, yes, I want new scan and cut. So they're like, we know. So I'm appreciate they listen. They seem to really want the feedback and appreciate the feedback, which not all manufacturers are like that. So Brother, that they definitely make us happy about that. I agree either way, you Courtney. I know, right? Let's see. Would love that the 10 needle. I would say I would love if the 10 needle had a projector. Yes, that would be great. But I think this model, Lucy, in my opinion, was more for the person creating the business, doing the small business. They really catered to them, which is fantastic. But they said never say never on a projector. Never say never, All right, let's see. Thanks. I want one if they do, right? Thank you, Nancy. Let's see. How about a 24-inch fabric mat? Still no 24-inch fabric mat. I was hoping that they would randomly, when they were announcing the machines, be like, and a 24-inch fabric. No 24-inch fabric mat. I don't know. Brian Stone should come back. I know. Believe me, guys. I am a broken wheel every time I see them asking for that rhinestone kit and a 24-inch fabric mat. I honestly... they listen. They do come out with things that I do ask, so I feel like they do listen, but not that yet. Let's see. And they can't give me everything at once, and I know. All right, I appreciate the Celeste, which is my favorite machine. She was my favorite. She is my favorite out of all the ones, and I love the 10 needle. I do. But that Celeste, the sewing version, that's my favorite one. Out of all the things that they came out with, the Durkee frame's nice, but like out of all the things that came out with, that Celeste is the one that I'm most excited about personally. I'd love if the print moto could print wider than an 8 by 8.5. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that would be great. Believe me, they are constant. And they'll even say to me, they'll be like, hey, I saw someone in your comments of your video ask for this. And I'm like, you're watching? And they're like, yeah, of course, because we want the feedback. And again, not every manufacturer is like that, and I appreciate them. Let's see, anywhere else? No, not yet. I want the 24-inch fabric mat. They need to listen to us. We are their fave people. I know, Linda, right? We deserve it. I know. So hopefully one day. But as of right now, they have not released one. I don't know if you guys noticed, but like around this time each year is when they release the new machines. So this time next year, they'll release the new line. And it's great because they schedule it, because they bring us in and we get that really great education on it. So again, they do their due diligence. My hair, I've been in the pool all day, bless me. They do that due diligence with education. And that's one thing that I pat Brother on the back for, is that education. Will you say the Celeste to replace the Stellaire? No, I won't. Because I don't think it did. This Stellaire has my design center where the Celeste doesn't. So, and it's got a few extra things going for it. I don't feel like it replaced it. Because in the lineup, it still has a spot. There was an open gap, in my opinion, near the BQ series, and they filled that gap in a very great way for me. Again, that stitch regulator and all the things you get. Like, I feel like there's usually a machine that I feel like is the bang for your buck machine. that is the bang for your buck machine. That Celeste sewing. Embroidery is great, but that's sewing. You can't tell. I love that thing. That's your bang for your buck machine, in my opinion. If you want sewing, if you're like, oh, well, I wish I had a combo, you could go to the XJ2 or the Avenir. You absolutely could do that. But if you just want the sewing and you're a quilter and you really want these quilt features, that is a great machine. Now, it doesn't have my design center. So if you're wanting to do custom blocks and stuff like that, well, then no, that would still be the Stellaire. But for me, just for a good workhorse quilter, that one is a great machine. Do you know how much the Celeste machine weighs? I don't, but what we could do is panic and look at John F. and say, hey, can you look up and see how much the Celeste sewing weighs? You know what? She said machines with an S. Could you look up both?
Let me look it up.
He's looking it up. He's looking it up. Thanks, Ryan. He's been sitting here quietly. He's put him to work, guys. I love it. Do they try to get, what was it? They do try to get what we are looking for if they bring your, for if that bang for your buck is missing. Yeah, I really felt like there was a gap. And like I had mentioned it a little bit, not like, it's just like, I feel like we could do something over here with that BQ series. And then there was
37.39 pounds.
37 point what?
39 pounds.
37.39 pounds. Thank you, John. And that's
The sewing.
that's the sewing. What's the embroidery? He's looking it up. Let's see. So yeah, I really appreciate it. Would it be possible if the Stellaire get the stitch regulator? I don't know. I don't know. That's a great question. Because the Avenir got a whole new firmware, and that's how she was able to do picture play. But I don't know if that's the reason she was able to do the stitch regulator. And the Celeste is brand new. So I'm wondering, does it have the same firmware? And is that why it got the stitch regulator? 43.7 for the embroidery of the Celeste. That's how much it weighs. 43.7 pounds. I'm gonna have to ask. That's a good question. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it. I know they probably want to keep it like special. So I don't know. But I'm gonna ask. Is it the same firmware? All right, now I'm gonna add. That's gonna be. Oh, awesome, John. He got his compliment. There we go. Let's see. Love my brother machines, my scan and cut and Art Spira. Guys, you know where they were telling me? This is wild. So Art Spira, I love Art Spira. You guys know that. I use Art Spira all the time. Thank you, John. They said that is it 40%? I think it was like, no, okay. Was it 40%? No, it was like 70% or something like that. I can't remember the exact range. But the highest number of people that use Art Spira live in the South. I was like, why? Like, I wonder why. But like, I use Art Spira all the time, and they were showing us like the stats of Art Spira, and they were like, yeah. So the was it the 1700? Was it NQ 1700 user? They use some Art Spira. They were like looking at all the machines that like really, really utilize it. And they were like, oh my goodness. Yeah. And I'm like, that's awesome, because that, doesn't have a huge hoop size. It was a decent hoop size. Okay. The BQ 1700 does her best. And I was like, they're getting the most out of their machine. They are bang for their buck with that, which is fantastic. Oh, John, he sent me the screen where, okay. So 90, I don't know if I'm supposed to be giving this information. Is it confidential?
It says there right there. Confidential.
It does say confidential. 90% is female. Oh yeah, it's 42% live in the South. That is super, super cool. Okay. All right, because Southerns are creative, right, Linda? I'm in the South too. All right, let's see. Do you think there will be any more upgrades for the Luminaire? Would love to see Filtech glide thread added in the carousel. I don't, and this is, don't kill me. Chrissa, don't kill me. I don't believe there'll be any more upgrades. There'll probably be updates, which is, just little fixes online. But I don't believe that there'll be any more upgrades. Because if they would have done that, they probably would have done it this cycle, and they didn't. But there will be still updates to the machine. So they'll still, be helping with the machine if it needs anything. But I do not believe it will do any of those. All right, guys, I've been going on for 48 minutes. My hair has gotten bigger as we've been chatting. Do you want to say hi, John?
Hi.
Do you want to come on frame and say hi? He's like, ugh. We're about to go to dinner. I have to get dressed. So he's been patiently, wonderfully waiting. Let's see. That's all you get. Really? You don't have to if you don't want to. There's John. There you go. There you go. I told you he does not. Him being on those videos for BEX was so out of his comfort zone. He was such a good sport for that. I gave him no option. He was a great sport. Peer pressure. Oh, really? Peer pressure? Good. Now we know it works. Let's see. Do you think that Brother will bring out additional edge stitch quilting designs that we can be added to the Luminaire 3? That's one thing I do like about the Avenir. Probably not, but never say never. Because I don't think that would be in an update. That would be more of an upgrade kit situation. And I don't believe they'll do any more kits. Never say never, but I don't believe. But you know, you can always buy those separately too. So there are who was it? Amelie Scott. I think I'm saying it right. She has some great edge to edge. There. Why do I want to say Joanne Banco has some? Why do I want to say that? I mean, do my due diligence. Also, if y'all don't watch Joanne Banco, she's fantastic, guys. It's like such a good wealth of knowledge. I love Joanne Banco. But yes, we love. Oh, thank you. A girl can hope. I know, right? Thank you for your info, Courtney. Absolutely. So, guys, let me know. Did you like the format we did this year, where you guys came with me to BX? So, yes, I put out the videos of going over the specs of the machines and all the beautiful B-roll footage. But coming with me to BEX, did you enjoy that? Should we do it again next year? Because this is a yearly thing. Should I bring y'all to Bernina with me? Should we force John to film Brother Baby Lock? He's like, I'm not going to Baby like he is. But did you enjoy coming with me to BEX? Did you like the recap video we did at the end live, going over the comparison charts, answering questions? So let me know, do you guys like this? We can do it again next year. I'll be happy to do that. I very much enjoy going to these things and getting to play with all the new machines. Like, this is my Christmas. It's so fun for me to like deep dive into them. It's a blast. And also, what is it? The first video of day one at BEX, there was a few people waving on camera with me. Those are some of the hardworking, awesome people that work at Brother, like Kati and Jim and Jeff. And I get them mixed up sometimes in my head. No, I'm just kidding. And I didn't even show all the awesome, the engineers there are there, like literally there being like, what do you want in your next machine? Which is so cool. And to be like, feel like you have some feedback to that. But also, is it Lisa and Jill and Dave? We love Dave. Dave's amazing. He makes me say that. No, I'm just kidding. Love Dave. And I'm going to forget people, and I don't want to forget people because they are a fantastic team. There's awesome people that are working on Art Spirit, doing some really cool things, guys. Again, if you don't play with Art Spirit, what you doing? It's fantastic. There's a free what? All the educators. Cindy Hogan, Angela Wolf, Alexis Galloway, Jerry Granada. They're going to be really mad if I forget somebody. Cindy Hogan, Sarah Vester. I'm just like picking out their faces. Colleen Sweatman. I can't name Jane Olsen. There's tons of awesome people that work at Brother. They are a fantastic group of people. And when you work with someone so much, they feel like family. And I actually really enjoy hanging out with them and getting to see them. And it's like seeing your friend and you're like, hey guys, it's like going back to school. It's awesome. And we truly, truly enjoyed it, hanging out with all of them. So let me know. Yes, I would love to bring you. Oh, yes, bring us along. Okay. Yes, bring us to Bernina. I will bring you to Bernina next year. Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. Would love to get a tour on using 3D party edge to edge. That use the logic of IQ Designer rather than fixed sizes. Okay, Linda, I know exactly what you're talking about. Huh? That is a Baby Lock thing. We are a Baby Lock dealer in one location, so I can do Baby Lock. All right. Yes, makes us feel, I have the hiccups. You saw that? Makes us feel like we're there going, keep doing it. Okay, yeah. Yes, it was great. Love you and Angela always together. Guys, I will be on Angela's live with her next Wednesday. And I'll have the new machines with me. So next Wednesday, I will be with Angela Wolf on her channel. So make sure that's Angela Wolf. Make sure you follow her, like it, and make sure you come to that video. And it's really cool whenever I see my AllBrands people over there supporting some really cool people. Y'all, when I tell you Angela Wolf is the same person you meet face to face is the person you see on camera, and you cannot say that about everyone. That woman has a heart of gold. She is fantastic. So yes, keep doing it. Okay, absolutely. I have a Brother BM5200 and the Bernina B990. So anything with these two manufacturers I'd like to see. Absolutely. We love Bernina. We love Brothers. So that is a match made in heaven. The guy with the crazy bright pants, he makes cosplay. Oh, Chris Talk. Yes. Thank you. There's so many. I mean, honestly, they have such a good team of people at Brother. And they work with great influencers. Like, it's fantastic. I wish we could have the print moda over here in Australia. We have the sublimation printer. Kim, they need to do that. Absolutely. You know, Leanne Church came and worked with us at festival, and we gave her a print moda, and she's been loving it. And I need to send her some parts. And don't worry, Leanne, if you're watching this, I am doing that. I've been away. So there we go. All righty. I'd say, sorry, I have a Brother Dream and a Baby Lock 10 needle and mix up what they call their design center. No worries. Yep. So Brother is my design center and Baby Lock is IQ Designer. Yep. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Thanks, Courtney, AllBrands, and Brother Sews USA team. Yeah, they are fantastic. We love them. Chris Talk, yes. Bring us to Baby Lock Tech too. John, they want you to... I'm not going, so I don't think it will be this year. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. But this year I am not going. I'm staying home. Mostly because I have AllBrands Academy Lafayette starting Friday. And it overlaps a little. So I will be at AllBrands Academy with you guys that are coming to that. And then I jump over to AllBrands Academy San Antonio. Then I jump to Houston. Then I jump to Baton Rouge. And then we're done. And then I go to Houston Quilt Festival. So it's going to be great. That's why I'm not going this year. Let's see. The people that brought the Avenir will get more education from Angela Wolf. Yeah, Lucy. Yes. So they told us, like, hey, we're actually going to give you guys more designs for people purchasing Avenir. We're also going to be doing all these things. And also for the people that have already bought the machine, they're going to get those additional designs. They're also going to get like longer on Angela Wolf's masterclass. They're also going to get longer on their warranty. They don't ever do that. John, have you ever heard of that? He's going, like, no, I've never heard of them doing that. Like, that is wild. All right. So, according to you got your braces. I did get my braces off. We still got some more work, but we're getting there. So yes, I did I've seen all of your comments. You're very kind. I'm happy to get them off. Mostly so metal is not poking me in the cheek anymore. Retainers are awful. Okay, let's see. I see. You'll see me in Lafayette. Yeah, I'm so excited. I was about to show you one of the projects. I think I have it nearby, but I'm going to leave it a surprise. We have some really cool projects. Yeah, that's all I see. All right, guys, I've been going for 56 minutes. I like how I told John that it was going to be, hey, Shay. I like how I told John that it was going to be short. I lied. He's going. So I know he's like, we're about to go to dinner and I have to get ready because I am not leaving the house. I like how I come chat with y'all, but I'm like, I'm not leaving this hotel looking that I know your brace is gone, but my attention has been slow to shows. So slow to shows, looking good late. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. I went to look at an Avenir today. It's a big decision. I have an XP3. Who's your dealer? Who's your local dealer? I'm nosy. Is it AllBrands? Because we do trade-ins. All right, guys. Ooh, I do not have the giveaway. Oh no, we don't do giveaways on a Saturday show. I'm live, so I keep thinking it's Thursday, and I have Lauren with me, but Lauren's not here because we give her Saturdays off. Our imaginary friend Lauren. So I don't have her here, and she does the giveaways. And I'm so sorry about that. Enjoy your dinner. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, a whole family. So Barbara's here, John's sister, who lives in Austria. So she actually lives all the way in Austria, a different country, with my nephew and her husband. But they came down, so we're visiting with them. My brother-in-law lives in New York, is there. His awesome, hopefully one day fiance is not with us, unfortunately. Yeah, I said it. There we go. I love that girl. She's wonderful. Barbara's here. John's dad's here. So Mr. John, the owner of AllBrands, is here, and his friend, and we have the grandkids here, and we have just been hanging out and just enjoying time together. So they planned this trip right after BEX, so I've not been home. I still have the same suitcase, bless it. But it's been really nice to get some family time. So So we, Jenny, you didn't text her and know it was live. Come on, Jenny. No, I'm just kidding. Jenny's like, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's been wonderful. So I'm going to get back to that, but I could not give my final recap of BEX. I can't believe it's over. I look forward to it every year. It's so much fun. For behind the scenes, don't worry. On Wednesday, I've got some behind the scenes stuff to tell you that happened at BEX, like my husband running around during this game. He's looking at me. He's like, "You're going to tell him that?" Yes, I'm going to tell him that. So I will tell you all that on Wednesday. All right, guys. I will see you. I'll see you behind the scenes on Wednesday. I will see everybody else on Thursday. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I will see y'all next time. Bye. Do y'all want to say bye?
Bye.
You want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye, guys.